15 things I think you might want to skip this holiday season. They clutter up our home. They cost us a lot of extra money. I don't want to lose any friends over this, but maybe just think about it. And for sure, tell me down below if you're willing to cut any of these out. But for this conversation, I thought it'd be fun to bring in my friend Rachel because she's all about saving money. So let's go visit with her. All right, Rachel, at the risk of losing fans today, let's talk about 15 holiday things that I no longer buy. And I'm curious to get your take on it too, because these are both to save money and also to not clutter up our houses.
Okay.
So I know you can get on board with the saving money.
Oh, for sure. And I'm like,
so expensive.
And I'm pulling back in life anyways.
You have been.
Yes. And I'm
that.
just like, and it's great. It's worth it. So.
And your kids are little. What is your age younger?
Yes. Yep. So I have 8, 6, and 4.
Okay. So the clutter can really creep in during the holidays.
Oh, it's just terrible. It's so terrible.
All right. Number 1, I no longer do stockings and stocking stuffers. So I felt like the stuff that got put in the stockings a day later, it's just laying all over the house, like just wasted. I'm just like, there's just money just laying on the floor, right? And I felt like none of it really stood the test of time. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to cut this out. And honestly, I don't know. My daughter Adeline's here. I don't think my kids have missed it.
Yes.
But I know some people are really into stockings. Do you do stockings?
No. Yes, I'm not a stocking person. As a mom, I'm like,
Yeah.
I honestly forget after Christmas morning is all here and happening. I've done that the past couple of years, and then I felt bad.
Okay.
Because I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't do stockings.
Right.
But I genuinely don't. But I will say my mother-in-law does stockings, and all of hers are the most practical.
Okay.
It's like hand soap. And it's things that you will use in your life.
Yes.
And Helen Cruze, thank you. She wraps every single thing, even down the chapstick, which as adults, we kind of love because you kind of still feel like a kid where you're like, I have something to unwrap. So she does it well.
It takes a lot of intentionality. Right?
Yes, and time.
And that might be what it is. Like right now in this season of life, I don't have the time to put into it to make sure the gifts are really practical. I know it can be done, but I'm just like, for right now, we're not doing it.
That's right. Yep.
And
I'm with you.
Get so many other things that I think it's okay. All right, number 2, not getting a new holiday outfit this year. I'm just going to go in my closet. I'm going to find something. I don't think anyone is noticing what I'm wearing.
Yes. No, they don't. No one remembers except for us, right? Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm the same way. Dawn, I would say the same thing. I bought a couple of things last year that I'm like, oh yeah, I could totally put that with a black pair of pants. I could mix and match it.
Yeah.
And it's great.
Awesome.
I'm with you.
All right. Okay. Do you do the matching PJs, the matching Christmas jammies for the pictures and Christmas morning?
I will say we don't. But my mother-in-law, thank you, Helen, again. She gets all the grandkids matching pajamas. And we always do Christmas with them before Christmas Day. Okay. So the kids have matching pajamas thanks to her. But we don't do like me, Winston and me. Yeah, we don't. We don't do the family set. And that one stresses me out too because she orders hers in like July. She's ahead of the game.
So you have to know all the sizes.
Yep. She's ahead of the game. But I was like looking at Old Navy. They were having a sale about something, and it was like family pajamas and all this stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, because it's like selling out quick. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not even buying it. But I felt anxiety just like reading the email. So nope, we don't do that.
And again, I'm not against any of these things per se or any individual thing. It's just for me, it felt like it was so hard to keep the budget in check when we were also trying to do these things. Yep. And then the extra layer of stress. And so I'm like, if we can just cut these things out, I feel like I have a higher likelihood of actually enjoying the holidays.
That's right. Yep. It's added stress. That's right.
So you do you, but if it doesn't fit into the budget, it is actually okay to cut it out. Yeah. Okay, we don't do a live Christmas tree. Is that a thing here in Nashville? Do you guys all do the live and cut it?
You know what? No, we don't. We've had the same one. Yeah. Now, we did Christmas decorations at our house. We bought new stuff 3 years ago, and we just keep reusing it. Yeah. But no, I think we had a live tree maybe once or twice. Yeah. But that's it. Yeah.
I don't know which one is better for the planet. Is it better to get live trees or to just, we have an artificial tree that we use every year.
Do a lot of people do real trees though in Minnesota?
I would say it's probably 50-50. Okay. Maybe.
Yeah.
And it's a big deal to like go out and cut it down. And again, if that is your family's tradition and it's like the thing you look forward to all year, that's awesome. That's great. You're like, I don't like watering it, I don't like dragging it out and vacuuming up the pine needles and all that, then maybe it's time to invest in an artificial tree. All right. Next, new holiday decor. So you're talking about decor. Oh, yeah. I think it's nearly impossible to walk into Home Goods or Hobby Lobby this time of year and not want to buy extra holiday stuff.
In October, Home Depot literally had like Christmas music playing and stuff. It was crazy. No, I don't feel tempted anymore because I got what I wanted. Now, we did save up, and it was like an investment year in Christmas decorations because I had ones passed down from my mom for years. Yeah. Like years. That's all we used. And we built a new house. We had the first Christmas in it, which is kind of like a hodgepodge. And then I said, okay, our goal this year is I want to save and buy good Christmas decorations that match our house, that fit. Yes, everything's measured out and we can have it for like the next decade. And that's what we've done. And it's so great. It's so great. And get what you like. That's my thing.
Well, your style, right?
Yes.
And I have just been so in like survival mode for so long with like kids being little and all that I have one tote of Christmas decorations and that's all we put out. But we love going to my mom's house and she lives very close to us and she goes all out for Christmas.
Oh, it's fun.
And so now our tradition is more to go over and help her decorate and take out all her Christmas decorations than to decorate our own house.
Yes.
And so again, for this season or seasons, it's great. It works. Will that be what we always do? Maybe not.
Sure, totally.
But for right now, it's been great. And again, picking and choosing like what are the most important things. Decorating for Christmas wasn't a huge deal to me.
Totally. Yep.
But I love the idea of like investing in some good stuff. And then you really can put on the blinders in all the stores.
Well, and too, it's so funny how like trends come and go. So even the pieces I was picking, I was like, I want this timeless. Like I want you to not be able to know if this was like 2019.
Yeah.
Or 2029 or whatever. Right. So as much as I could, I tried to get like more timeless pieces, which is good.
I love that. All right. Next are those gingerbread house kits. Like you'll see them at Target all the time.
Oh yeah, no, they're terrible.
They're so expensive.
They're expensive. And my kids, we did it last year and it was all stress and crying and tears. And I'm not a creative person. So trying to put it together and then it doesn't look like the box.
Right.
Do you remember when you were a kid and they would have like the Barbie and they're like, her hair can do this.
Right.
And you try and you're like, no, never did. That's how I feel like those gingerbread houses are. I'm like, the pictures are beautiful. I'm like, a professional did that.
Right.
We're not going to be able to do that. So it was tough.
So we actually we have little graham cracker gingerbread houses that we make really easily with like frosting and graham crackers. And then we just get some candy from the dollar store and let the kids go to town. And there's no pressure to make it look like anything because you have no photo. And I feel like I really can just sit back and be like, do whatever you want because it's like $5 and things.
Totally.
As opposed to a $20 kit for each of the kids.
I know. Yeah. It's real.
All right. Next, professional family photos. So again, I love photographers. I'm not trying to put anyone out of business. But again, when I'm looking at the budget and deciding where are we going to allocate things this year, I think we can take some pretty good pictures on our cell phones these days.
Yes.
And, sometimes it's like a collage Christmas photo or sometimes it's literally, for the last 5 years, I think it's been a selfie where, like you can very much tell Thomas holding up, the camera like that. And, I think in a way that captures real life and, and sending it out. And I know, like, everyone's just going to throw them away.
Totally.
So do you guys do
I feel like you've, like, been in our house, like, listening to us. I'm not kidding, Dawn. This is so funny you even say that. We've done them every year in the fall. We always get a yearly professional pictures done. Because I will say, photographers can capture things. And I'm like, I never would have captured that.
Yes.
This year, I'm not kidding. This is so funny. Winston, just like 2 weeks ago, was like, babe, I think we need to change up our Christmas card this year because we still do Christmas cards. And he was like, let's do like a fun, more casual one so we don't have to like get a photo shoot on the books because like our schedule's I was like, you know what? Let's do it. It'll be something different. It's great.
That's so funny.
So I can say no. We're genuinely not getting professional photos done this year.
That's awesome. And again, I think it's fun even to do it maybe every few years.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't always need to do it every year because it's not just the photos, it's the outfits.
Yes.
And then I feel like when you have the professional photos, you feel like you need to order like the really high quality cards instead of just like the cheapest ones from Walmart or whatever. And so there's actually like a lot that goes into it.
Totally.
Not just the photos.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Next, candles with synthetic fragrances. So there's lots of things with synthetic fragrances. And so our youngest actually started having some like allergic reactions. And we found out that it was actually like household cleaners building up in his system, even though I thought we were fairly natural, but our dishwasher tabs were not.
Oh, no. Yeah.
And so we had to switch those out. And so it was just something that I started becoming more aware of. Yes. And so then when you start learning about the synthetic fragrances, you're like, oh, shoot, we shouldn't be necessarily putting that into the air and everything. And so there's lots of good other options with like soy candles and whatnot. Yeah. But when you go to Target and you see the end cap and you start smelling them all and they're beautiful.
Yes.
But again, we tried to like put the blinders on to that.
To that one. Okay. This is where I may disagree with you, Dawn.
Yeah, go for it.
Our first disagreement. And I blame my husband for this. Winston like loves smells and candles.
Really?
Oh, it's like his thing. He loves it. He got a candle maker kit for our daughter last Christmas so that they can make candles together because there are always candles burning in our house.
Okay.
But they're not necessarily always, a lot of them come from gifts. Like people like send me a box of stuff. And But yeah, we will always have candles around, so whether we're buying them or not. So I don't know if I can be like hardcore with the no candle thing right now.
That might be hard.
I'm going to blame it on my husband.
Yeah, but just maybe over time, use up the ones with the synthetic fragrances.
Okay, so those, because I'm not Yankee Candle, don't like sue me. But right, like those are like the bad ones, right? Is that what you're saying?
I mean,
I don't even know.
Anything at Target. Yeah. So if it's soy-based, usually it'll indicate some kind of natural fragrance.
Okay.
If it's good. So.
And it's bad because it goes into the air and we breathe it in. And
it's chemicals we're breathing in.
Okay.
So
good to know.
Gift them to somebody else.
Would you buy would you buy the good candles, or are you no candles now this year?
So we actually got because we do like to burn a candle when we're making dinner or something like that. And so we got a subscription to like candles that are soy based. And so you get a new one every month and you use it up. And so we did actually get a few too many.
That's a great gift.
So then we give them away.
A subscription for candles. That's a great gift. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So Winston would love it.
I know. I don't know if he'll watch Minimal Mom, but hopefully he doesn't before Christmas.
That's awesome.
That's good. That's good.
All right. How about holiday linens? And so I've decided I don't actually entertain that much, but I realized I don't actually want anything specific to any certain holiday, so that when we do entertain, I can use it for any season or any time.
Yes. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm terrible at having that kind of stuff around.
Did you get like some nice linens when you got all your Christmas decor?
No.
Yeah.
Nope, I didn't, Dawn. I didn't. No.
That's totally fine.
Yeah, we have some like gold like chargers and placemats and stuff. But isn't it funny when we entertain, I'm like all of our friends.
We don't even do that, right?
We don't. Like our friends, I'm like, their kids are running around. We'll grab some. It's such a hodgepodge of stuff. Like so unless we are doing like a nice adult dinner, then I feel like I would feel like maybe even the want to be like, oh, I want to make this really pretty.
Yes.
But we don't have that.
And even then, there's probably someone you could borrow it from.
Yes, too, so true.
Right?
Yes, totally.
Next is store-bought Christmas cookies. And so the price. I mean, I'm like, how do you sleep at night? They're so expensive. And often they don't even taste that good.
Great.
And so a great thing to do this time of year is actually to make cookie dough ahead of time and then freeze it. So then when you do need to bring some kind of treat or goodie, then you can just pull it out of the freezer.
So great. Okay. That's so good. So yeah, because we do cookie decorations and stuff, but I usually just get the
pre-made dough.
Yeah, the pre-made dough sliced, and then some icing and sprinkles, and they think it's like the best thing ever.
Totally.
So if that's that's usually the route we go.
Mm-hmm. So next is meaningless gifts for adults. So we've decided that we've opted out of pretty much every adult gift exchange, and we really just focus on the kids. So even with one of the few left was actually my side, and even this year we were all talking and we're like, nobody needs anything, right?
Yeah.
And so the grandkids are going to give my parents something, but otherwise we're like, we don't need any. So I think that was our last adult gift exchange.
Okay, yeah.
And so I don't know, are you a gifts person?
We always exchange names on both sides. Okay. So like Winston's family, we draw names, and my side, we draw names to get the adults. Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, we do that. We have a dollar amount that we have. We say don't go over this amount.
Yep.
Which is great. And but it's funny, my mom, she still would sometimes buy us gifts, but she would like text us and be like, what do you want? What do you want? And we just said it a few weeks ago. Yeah. You're literally in our house. I feel like you hear everything I'm saying this year, Dawn. Because we literally told her a few nights ago at dinner, we were like, Mom, just don't worry about it. Like, we're fine. Yeah, we're adults now. You don't, because she gets stressed out. Because she's like, what do you need? All of it. And we're like, Mom, it's fine.
Totally.
I'd say Winston's dad is a big gift giver. Okay. So he gets all the girls, like his daughter and then 2 daughter-in-laws, the same gift. It's always like a themed thing. Yep. And he goes, it's like his thing. He loves it. So I will gladly take it.
And that's just it, right? So there are some people where you're like, I am not going to take that joy away from you. But isn't it amazing when it starts to feel like this isn't fun anymore?
Yes.
Or we're just exchanging the things like I texted you the link, you bought it for me, and then now I'm taking it home.
So we took that rule out because we did get to a point where it was like, text me what you want. And now we're like, you're not allowed to ask.
Okay.
I'm going to find something that I think you're really going to love. And we're going to do it. So that's how we do it.
So it's actually more the spirit behind gift giving.
I think so too. Yes, totally. Right? It's not like, oh gosh, I've been needing this. Yeah. Can you fulfill my order for me, basically? You know what I mean?
Like maybe just ship it to my house.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You don't have to wrap this stuff. It'll be fine.
Totally.
But does that make it more fun?
I think so. Because as the giver, I'm excited when they open it because I'm like, I know they're going to love this.
Totally.
So, yeah.
I think that's great. Let's see. Next is buying from fundraisers. And so we would have kids in our neighborhood. They're like, we're selling wreaths, we're selling popcorn, we're selling I don't know what. And it ended up being stuff that I didn't need or want, but I knew like a pretty small percentage actually went to them. So now we just make a cash donation and we don't buy any of this stuff from the fundraiser.
Oh, that's smart. Okay. So you just give like a cash.
Yeah, we just make a donation and
you're like, here's this.
And I've actually noticed, I'm wondering if more people are doing this because we were like, I don't know, do Boy Scouts sell popcorn around here? Like,
no, they do the wreaths. They've done they do the garland wreaths.
Which I kind of liked that sometimes.
Yeah.
Or, but they've been selling popcorn by us and they actually have a donation box now out next to it. And so I'm like, I wonder if a lot of people were I don't actually need the popcorn.
I don't want the popcorn.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so smart. That's good.
But almost every organization, whether they have a donation box out or not, will accept a donation and you don't have to buy the item. Because sometimes you want it, a lot of times you don't.
Yep, that's right.
All right, do you guys do advent calendars?
No.
Yeah, we don't anymore. Again, and if that's like your favorite tradition, that's awesome. Yep. But permission, if it's like, it's just another thing.
Yep.
It's just little things that the kids didn't actually want or need. And so I think it's cool if you can find some kind of reusable one if you do want to do it. But the ones that are one-time use and you just open up and then everything gets thrown away, that's what we decided it's not worth.
Because tell me this, because we've never done it. I didn't grow up with them. Or we haven't implemented that in our family. But isn't it, is there only one little treat? So do you have to have three if I have 3 kids?
Yeah, so we had to one for each of the kids.
Yes. And their own. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And again, I know there's
we love Jesus and all the stuff that goes with it, but
I know there's creative alternatives too, but again, it takes extra bandwidth, right?
Totally.
And so that's where we have to pick and choose, like, what is my thing? And that for us isn't one of them. Next is holiday mugs and tumblers. So I'm already starting to see like the Christmas Stanleys out. And
oh my gosh.
Just, like, it's such a short time of year. Like, why would, our Christmas mugs? And I know teachers, God bless our teachers. And I have heard from several teachers, we love and appreciate every gift, but if I get another mug or tree ornament,
I don't need it.
We're good. We're just good.
We don't need it,
on those.
Yes.
And so all the teachers say they love gift cards. So I know it's hard because sometimes I always felt like when the kids were in regular school that the teachers were angels and I wanted to get them something so thoughtful and so special that would like fully, show my love and appreciation for them. But really like almost every teacher I talk to, they're like, if we could get a gift card, Amazon gift cards are great for teachers. Lots of teachers buy their school supplies from there, their classroom supplies, coffee shops, fast food places, Target, Walmart, anything like that. They really appreciate.
That they love. Yep. Okay. So this is the one place I do go big. Usually.
Do you have the gigantic Stanley with the...
No, not big there. But teacher's gifts. But I'll do like a massage.
Ooh.
Or something.
Oh, you're a favorite.
And we do go big. And I tell Winston, I'm like, I know in all of we probably spend more on teachers than like our own parents. But I'm like,
I think that's so
right
fun.
now in our season of life, I'm just so thankful for them that I'm like, and I want you to go relax and enjoy something for yourself. All of it. So I do spend, so cool. We spend a lot on teacher gifts because I'm like, but I want to. I want to,
And I think, again, going back to the budget, if we start in January and we are saving for Christmas, we can do some really thoughtful things like that.
Totally.
And it feels so good. And obviously, I have to imagine they appreciate it so much as well.
Yes.
And so obviously it's too late for this year for us to go back in time.
For sure.
And budget.
For sure. Yes.
But
and if you're not at a place financially, it's not a necessary requirement.
Right.
But teachers always in my heart. I'm like, God bless them.
That's so good.
God bless them.
And lastly is the post-holiday clearance and sales. And so in the past, I'm like, okay, after Christmas, all the clearances, like I'll go get stuff for next year and get some little gifts and to have on hand. And at least half the time I would forget about things.
Totally.
And so you really have to have, if you are going to try and take advantage of that, you really have to have a good system for where am I going to store it and how am I going to remember that I have it. But mostly I felt like I was impulse buying because things were so inexpensive and a lot of it got carried over from year to year and I didn't end up using it.
Yes, totally. The only time I do it is for wrapping.
Yes.
I go by wrapping and ribbon or bows.
Yep.
That's the only thing. And I always have it in a big bag and I put it in our attic in the same spot. And so when the year comes up, I'm like, oh, there's all my wrapping stuff.
Yes,
and I got it for
really
half off. So that's the only time I do it.
Totally agree
I feel like if you buy actual like items, and even a year from now, you could look at it and you're like, oh, I don't know. I don't even like it that much. Yes. But it's that idea of like, it's on sale.
Yeah. And you know what's so funny? Now that we've actually scaled Christmas back so much, I don't really need that much wrapping paper anymore. But again, we scale back gifts and we've just added in time and traditions and time together And, gifts aren't bad, but I mean, we know it's the dopamine rush, right?
Yeah.
And it's over and our kids are looking around and they're like, are there any more? And we're like, what do you mean, are there any more?
Yes. Oh, I know. Totally.
So it's great if it's something we can say like, okay, now we're going to enjoy breakfast together. We're going to all make breakfast together. Or we're going to watch a movie with popcorn or whatever. And so we've really like shifted to focusing on time together. And something everyone absolutely should buy this year is your new children's book.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I know. I'm so excited about it. It's called I'm Glad for What I Have. And and I wrote this because, to your point, I'm like, stuff is not bad. It's okay to have stuff. We're not mad at stuff. But if we think it's going to be the thing that fulfills us or gives us lasting joy, it's not. It's a lie. I mean, that doesn't happen. And so I've had this conversation with my kids a lot recently. And so I was like, man, I just need to write a book that reminds us what really does fulfill us and give us joy. And whenever it's kids' books, I always love the kids' books that rhyme, that are short. Yes. So you're welcome, parents.
Yes. And that are beautiful.
Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. The illustrations are just so good. I'm so happy. Lauren Gallegos was my illustrator and just did a phenomenal job. So it just has a great message for kids that I want my kids to learn. And it's one of those messages, even as an adult, I need to hear. So as I'm reading it, I'm this is good for me too. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah. So I think this would make a great Christmas gift, a great, book just to have around your house. Maybe even if you're a grandparent and you want to help influence the next generation, you can have it around your house. You can give it as a gift. And so we'll definitely put a link for this. But it's beautiful. And the end was not quite what I was expecting. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I just love the characters talk about wanting more toys and new things and how that's ultimately not what fulfills us.
Yeah.
So.
The animals gather more and more. They gather as much as their burrows can store. That's one little page for you. Midway through and they realize, oh my gosh, we have all this stuff and it's not making us happy like we thought it would. So I know. I'm so excited about it. Thanks,
It's so good. So what are you most looking forward to for the holidays this year?
Oh, man. I love Christmas. I'm one of those annoying people that just, I will put Christmas up like November 1.
Yeah.
I don't wait till after Thanksgiving. That's for the birds. I know. I'm like, that's for the birds. We're going to enjoy it all. Yeah. I just love music. I love just the whole just the feeling around it. Like having soups and grilled cheeses for lunch and Christmas music playing and movies on all the time, Christmas movies, all of it. So I love this season.
Yeah. And so you don't need lots of stuff, right?
No,
I love how much we're on the same page.
I know.
Put up a fight on anything.
I was like, the candles might be the only one. I'm like, Dawn, teach me some stuff here about these candles. Oh, thanks for having me on, Dawn.
Rachel, thank you. And we'd love to know your ideas too. What are you cutting out? What of these things are you like, nope, we will absolutely be doing the matching jammies, and that's totally fine. And we're excited for you for that too. But we love you. We hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again soon.